So, how do we turn this to this? Don't go anywhere, I'll show exactly how I do this in this video. Roll credits. So, the first thing I would like to do is this will want a base coat, and for that what I think I shall use is, there we go, wooden deck tan. Nice light base coat. Then we need to put the actual grain on. Now, as a painter and decorator, I do have access to all sorts of stuff, including this dark oak brush grain oil scumble, which would be used for exactly what I'm going to try to do here. Where if you had bare wood, you wanted to paint an oak grain on it, you would use this. However, I do appreciate I'm in a unique position because I have access to this sort of stuff. Not everyone does. So, for the wood grain also, I might try to use this and basically just thin it down, paint it on over the deck tan, drag a brush through it, give it a grained effect, and see how that pans out. You also, for the grain effect, is use oil colour, and I may, because obviously I've only got sort of two sides basically, but what I think I might actually do is the back of this propeller I will do in the oil scumble, just to show you what it does. Front of the propeller I'll have a go with the red brown. So without further ado, let's just change the camera angle. Let's get something painted. I think that could do with a stir. There's my stir, there you go. This may need more of a stir than I've given it. That's the thing about these Tamiya acrylics, they can be quite hit and miss when it comes to actually using them with a brush. Just give this a bit. That's better. Okay, so we will leave that to dry. Butterfingers. And come back and put a grain on it. Right, so the next thing I need to happen, now that the deck 10 is fully dried, I'm going to give it a gloss coat of this. And what that'll allow me to do is when I put the graining coat on, it will allow it to slide, because I don't want to actually paint it into a solid colour. I need to get it on and move it around to make it look like it's grained. So I need to put it on, take it off, go through back to the deck 10 colour. So with that being a coat of matte, anything I put on there and try and move it around, it'll just stick to it and just paint it brown basically. So there we go. And this stuff, I mean, you can get it from any sort of like own bargains type shops. Does the job. It's cheaper than paying out for dedicated modelling glosses and varnish, I find. And plus the size of the you can't see it anymore, but what is that? I mean, I've got matte varnishes in the same range, and I've got big pot of matte varnish, because obviously matte varnish is the stuff you use the most, if I'm honest. Alright, so here we go, and I've put the propeller in these closing pinchers, because it was really awkward to hold it. What do they call it? They're like reverse tweezers, aren't they? I gotta admit, you can't probably tell this, but the smell of this, if I'm honest, it smells exactly like this stuff. And look how old that is. The actual writing's just got vanished off of it. I probably could have just given it a coat of that, would have been the same deal. Get that on, let that dry, make sure that's fully dry. Plus, for it being acrylic based, obviously I'm going to try and use this Tamiya Red Brown, which is also acrylic, which may be an issue, may not be. If it goes pear shaped, I can just repaint it and try it again. So it's not the end of the world. Right, so we'll let that dry. Right, here we go. It's the next day from the last bits you've seen, and I'm ready to start this graining operation. So what I've got the Tamiya Red Brown. I've mixed it, get your thumb off the thing, with this stuff. Another supply I got from the Bargains art shop, art department. What this does is you can put it in acrylic paints, and it thins them down, helps them flow better, which, as you can see in there, I've made pretty much it's a wash. And also I find if you put this in acrylic paint you're going to be using for spraying, it does slow it down from clagging up the airbrush. So let's do this. So what I'm going to do is get a bit of this and gently wipe it across the face. And there, you can see it's beginning, compared to the other one, it's beginning to give a grain effect. And I can keep, to be fair, it's not coming out on the camera as good as it is as I'm seeing it. That's that side done. Yeah, as it's catching the light you can see the difference actually. So let's do the other side of the blade. Just put it on, drag the brush through. And because I put the gloss coat on it yesterday, it's sliding around. If I just do that, look, I can put kind of a wood grain up the edges. There, I'm happy with that. In fact, what I'll do is I'll not bother using the scumble on the back. I'm just gonna carry on with this because it looks ever so nice. Let's see if we can play with the face of the blade. If I put the brush like that and put a thinner line up the middle, right, and there we have it. Once that dries, it's not, let's see if we can make it catch the light better. There we go. Once that dries, that will look like a nicely laminated piece of wood, which is exactly what I'm hoping for. So I'll let that go off. Once that's gone fully off, it'll have another coat of the gloss varnish, and that will be that which will seal it all in and protect it. Plus I believe these propellers were varnished in real life, so to give it a nice glossy coat will be a bit of realism. And there we have it. One wooden propeller. You can catch it in the light properly. Let's give it another coat of varnish, and that will be that. If I can open this flipping bottle. Whew. There we go. This one, a nice clean brush, not that one. That'll do. And that is how you turn plastic into wood. So if you liked this video, I'm on focus. If you like this video, why not check this other video out that should be in the corner of this screen. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It's very much appreciated and is totally free.